the one that mentored myself back to reality. I mentored myself back into trying again. Hi lovelies, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with Queensley. Today I'll be talking about growth. So guys, what is growth? You know, this topic is very vast and everybody defines growth in a different way. So my definition of growth is me going to the next level each time. So that means I have to go higher and higher and higher, and then I grow. And you have different kind of growth. You grow financially, you grow in mind, you grow in spirit, you grow in family size. Like if you were single, you become married, that is growth. You give birth to a first child, is growth. Second child, third child, growth. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about financial growth. So there comes a time in a man's life where growth is necessary. It's no longer a choice, but it's a must. You know. But when do we realize that growth is a must in our lives? So me, for one, I realized that I had to grow a few years ago. So I tried, like, you know, I'm an entrepreneur by God's grace. First of all, I tried a business. It failed. I lost a lot of money. I did. So, and I was really, really depressed. I was really, really angry. I was really, really demotivated. I just did not want to try anymore. I just did not want to move to the next level anymore. I was just like, why invest my money into businesses that will fail? But what I'd failed to realize then is I didn't fail. I didn't fail at all. I attempted and I gained wisdom. Maybe I paid too much for that wisdom, but I gained wisdom and realized the mistake that I made the first time. And I said to myself, I wasn't going to make that mistake anymore. As at that time, I didn't see it this way. I saw it like, you have faith, Queensley. You know, I saw it like I started to beat myself up and started to ask myself question. Why did you do this? You shouldn't have done that. You should have just left it, kept your money in the bank. You know, all those thoughts was just going through my head. So when did I realize that, come on, that was a failed attempt. It's okay. You learned from it. When? It was when one day I was sleeping. I don't really know what happened. I think I found myself in a dream. And then in that dream, frankly, I was pregnant. And in that same dream, I gave birth. In that same dream, the child I gave birth to grew. And it grew. So when I woke up from that dream, I realized that life is actually a stage. And we grow. Whether we like it or not, we grow. So if I can grow after being given birth to, like my mother gave birth to me, I wasn't as big as I am right now today, but I started to grow from time to time. I was 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and so on and so forth. So that means I grew. So why am I stopping myself from growing? Like growing in the way that I want to grow financially, because I'm making an example with financial aspect of growth. So now let's take, for instance, when I was growing, I felt sick. Every child falls sick here and there. But after we felt sick, we got treated. And we go to the hospital, get some treatment, get some medication and all of that. Then we begin to grow. You understand what I'm trying to say? Our parents didn't say, oh, because we felt sick while we were growing, we should just die or they should just throw us away. No, we didn't do that. And we don't even do that with our kids. So something in me told me, Queensley, you can't stay here, because if you stay here, you are never going to grow. You're just going to remain the way you are and get sad and get poorer and poorer and poorer. So I said to myself, no, I can't be like this. I want to grow financially. I want to grow. I want to do something out of my life. I said to myself, yes. And so what? You fail. So what am I saying? You have to mentor yourself back into trying again. Accept that growth is a stage, and accept that while you are growing, a lot of things will happen to you. A lot of things will happen to you that will demotivate you and want you to go back to where you were before. Do you know, sometimes way back I was thinking, oh, if I hadn't ventured into this business that did this to me, I would have had my money still in the bank. I would have still done this. I would have still done that. But who knows what would have happened to that money? Maybe I would have just lost that money and not gained wisdom. So I gained wisdom, and frankly, the wisdom I gained helped me in my recent businesses. It's still helping me, because whenever I'm about to make mistake, you understand, something in me something in me tick and say, oh, don't forget what happened to you years back. You understand? And I retrace my step back to reality, back to what I want to be. What am I saying? If you take growth as something that is inevitable and must happen in your life, you're going to grow. And if you are growing, you should understand that you can't just grow from a baby to an adult. That means you can't just grow from a poor man to a millionaire. It's just the truth. It means you have to start up something, and that something has to grow. And if that something is growing, you cannot spread whatever is coming out from that something into other things, and your growth will be inevitable. You need to realize for yourself, what do I want? It's either you want to be grumpy somewhere because you lost some funds, or you want to say, you want to shake it off and say, I lost that fund. It's fine, but I'm alive today. I'm strong. I'm healthy. I made that money I lost, and I can still make more of that money. You understand? It might be difficult. Maybe you might never even be as rich as you were before, but you will not be stagnant. But let me tell you something, you can even be richer. You just need to strive. Now, take for instance, baby. When it's time to sit, they sit and fall to the back. They sit and fall to the back. We the parents, we hold them so they can get balance. But at the time, you see the babies trying to sit by themselves. When they are about to fall, they hold themselves. What am I saying is, there is nobody that will tell you that you can grow and you will never fall sometime, or you will not encounter problem. You will always encounter problem. But your ability to deal with that problem and move to the next level makes you stronger and make your growth very stronger. So prioritize growth. Tell yourself, I will grow. Not just saying it to the mouth. We all can say we will grow, but the truth is, what are you doing to grow? What are the steps you taking to be grow? What are the steps you are taking to grow? They have baby steps, and let me be frank with you, baby steps are always the first step you have to take to growth. If you want to climb a ladder, you start with the first stage, then you go and on and on. I have never seen anybody climbing a ladder and just skip the first, second, and third steps and go to the fifth or seventh or eighth one. You will fall and crush really hard and might never be able to get up. So you need to know that growth is stage by stage, and if you fall, keep going. If you fail, keep going. If anything happens along the way that is demotivating to you, don't stop. Keep going. If you have to take a break, but keep going, because growth is something, whether you like it or not, is something that will always happen. But the question is, are you going positively or negatively? Like, really, if you get $5,000 today and you keep eating it, you keep eating, spending, one day you will have no dollars anymore. You have no money anymore. But if you have $5,000, you invested, this $5,000 eats another $1,000 to eat, or $500 to eat, and this is how it grows. So train up your mindset. Know in your heart that growth is there, whether you like it or not. But you can choose to grow with the growth, or you choose to be growing and you don't grow. That is just the truth. Because whether you like it or not, you are growing. Everybody on this earth is growing. I'm not talking about growth in the sense that being taller today, taller tomorrow, or being 1 year today and tomorrow 2 years. No, I'm talking about growth here. People grow every day. But what you decide to do with your growth, it's what is important, and that is what makes you whom you are. That is what makes you stronger than you know. So I decided to grow with growth. You understand? I decided to grow. While I'm growing, I am growing. I decided to utilize what I have around me to grow. What God has given to me, what God has said to me, I decided to use it to grow. Sometimes you're growing, people don't just say it. You don't need to show them, because there's a height you ascertain. People know, people see that you grow, and you are not growing for anybody. You are growing for you. You are growing for your your mental health, for yourself. You understand that you are not stagnant. So whatever happens on the way to your growth, please pick it up and move on and keep growing. Never you stay still, because growth is inevitable. It's inevitable whether I like it, whether you like it. That is why you have to keep growing, because growth is something that you need, or you that occurs every day in you. So that is why I am saying things are happening around the world. Take a look at it. Now we have AI. Before we didn't have AI, you understand. We have to crack our brains for everything. But now we don't have to crack too much anymore, because AI will do the talking for us, do the everything for us, do the answering for us. That is growth. And we decide, if you decide not to use AI, for example, you are not growing with the growth of AI. You decide to use your brain. Come on, continue. But what am I saying? Whether we like it or not, the world is growing. We are growing. Our brains, our mindset is growing. Some people's mindset grow negatively because they allow it. But I do not allow my mindset to grow negatively. I allow my mindset only to grow positively, because only positivity takes you to the next level. Only positivity helps in growth. When negativity creeps into your life, your growth, either you grow downwards or you stay stagnant. And before you can pull yourself up, it takes grace. You understand? So my lovelies, prioritize growth and treat growth like growth is non-negotiable and inevitable. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you haven't.